Good evening. My name is Manuel Escolar, and I have been a language teacher in my town for over 25 years or so. Tonight, we have a lecture on a didactic unit of English 1. And regarding didactic of English 1, we have to understand that it is composed by various designs of methodologies. Those methodologies motivate our students in the learning process on how to teach, and they are also able to transmit and create an autonomous and guided learning. When talking about how important didactic is for the English teaching, we can tell in support of this that the national program of bilingualism tried to create English speaking communities so well prepared that they create an impact on the global economy, on the cultural processes, and in their political and social fields. As we learn that the public institutions are responsible for teaching, then they are also responsible for the education in general. And in regard to English teachers who are being prepared on how to teach through didactics, and they have to be formed in such a way that the techniques that they're going to handle might be coherent and nice to apply for classroom teaching methodologies. These learning environments should be filled with a desire to learn, with the ability to learn, and also with the right of communication. We have to say this because we try to train a human person, someone who is trained under principles, under guidance, and under methodologies that create in them the desire to be like a perfect teacher. The Ministry of the National Education in Colombia, through various programs such as the National Program of Bilingualism 2004 and 2019, through the agreements on the new standards of communicative skills in English, and through the program for strengthening the development of skills in foreign language in 2010 and 2014, are created in order to support English training in didactic. Teachers who, through these methodologies, learn how to better teach. As for Unimagdalena has a program called Unimagdalena Comprometida University Development Plan 2020 and 2013. This plan has had so much importance in the community of the university that it has made that English can be applied in all the curriculums and areas of study. For the other part, the International Relation Office from Universidad del Magdalena has been connected with foreign contacts abroad so that they can expand the functions all through the help of the English language. Which is the purpose of this course? Now, when teaching didactics of the English language, now the first purpose that we can mention is the one in which future teacher has to know the teaching strategies of the English language through significant learning activities to enrich the formative experience in the field of teaching. We can also mention that they have to understand the different mechanisms that operate within the didactic activities by analyzing the implementation of specific teaching methods to build a systematized monitoring record for the activities. And in the third place, we can say that they need to apply the principles observed in the didactic practice through reflection and systematization of the information obtained for the preparation of the learning thesis. In regard to skills, we can say that all of our students need to apply their knowledge in the professional area so that they can develop skills, so that they can determine the didactic problems, and also they can have their solutions about them. The future teacher innovates his teaching in one of his purposes through analysis and reflections on the event experienced in his classroom. Also, we can say that they need to apply decision from the scientific viewpoint for the events and accidents that the teachers observed in his teaching practice. About the specific skills, we can say that all of our teachers need to acquire mastery of the didactic contents around the teaching and learning processes of the English language area. We can also say that they need to transform the information obtained via virtual, printed, or oral media into knowledge to apply it to the teaching process in the area of performance. When we talk about learning results, we can tell that in this case the teacher designs an activity because he has a purpose. In this case, talking as an example of a learning result, we can say that the teacher has taken the decision to make the students interact. And in their description, the teacher designs a dialogue so that the two students start to introduce one another. As the practice goes on, then we have the learning activity. The students take the structures given to start interacting. And as the final result of all this that the teacher has created, we can say that in this case, what the teacher proposed from the beginning was that the students learn how to introduce one another. In this way, we have talked about learning activities. As for the theoretical and practical contents, we can say that this is a very complete program, and because of the need of time, we'll just mention only 4 of the contents involved in here. The first one has to deal on how to practice, how to organize the curricular design, and the second one on how to teach a foreign language. When you see the numbers, we mean the weeks in which these topics has to be dealt with in front of the students. As you continue regarding the activities in the classroom, you can observe that there is some time for the practice, some time for the theory, and some time for the virtual activities. Also, the students are assigned some independent work, and then at the end, the students, after having all of this knowledge, in part through 4 weeks, he will have, in this case, at least some credits, and in this case, he'll have 6 credits as a total amount. It's important to mention ticks, because ticks cannot be left aside. And in this case, all of the resources that we have here has to do with a network system of information. The students are asked to get into the network, to get into the internet system, so that they can have the information needed, the one that the teacher suggests them. The information is not only given for any reason, it's given through a justification. And we can take example number 1, and we can read that the teacher wants them to know about the basic rules of netiquette. And in this case, the justification for the students is to demonstrate through these contents the listening skills, the tolerance and respect in the cyberspace etiquette. And in this way, all of the information given to the students may be found in the internet file with a right justification. Finally, we have this bibliography, and as you can see, the bibliography has been designed through the APA system according to our present rules in bibliography presentation. Thanks so much for listening to this lecture.